and just say that Chloe Roma crossed the line when she threatened to leave the men's rights advocacy and being not about men's rights anymore. I mean, what part of stay loyal to men does she not understand? I mean, why would you go and just leave the men's rights advocacy and leave the men's rights movement? I mean, that is not okay for you to do. You can't be leaving the men's rights advocacy or the men's rights movement just because one guy, one incel, did what he did. Doesn't give you the right to leave the men's rights movement. Seems kind of contradictory to what you have been talking about. Oh, men's rights. I'm about men's rights. I'm about men's rights. But oh, one incel did something, so I gotta, you know, keep, you know, like be, oh, just be, you know, killing off all momentum about me being, keeping my credibility as a person. I mean, I am about to, I'm fixing to unsubscribe and dislike every video and report every video on her channel until it's, you know, until her channel is gone. If she's gonna be in, you know, acting like that. I mean, you know, you can't be acting like that. Even though that she has like 2 kids and she's much younger than I am, I myself can't stand how women go around being like, oh, well, why don't we just, you know, be about, oh, be a bunch of hypocrites. And to you, Chloe Roma, what do you think your kid's gonna say and think when they find out years later, decades later, another whole new generation later, aside from alphas, and yet being about the being about raising your kids to think correctly. You're fucking up your own kids' perception about how mothers are supposed to act. Like, what are your kids gonna think when they're in their middle-aged years? Oh, sorry, but during the entire time I was growing up, our mommy had like one man who about damn near killed her, another man who doesn't, you know, see the need to, you know, end up, you know, hurting women. And what are you gonna think what your kid's gonna say about you? Huh? Chloe? You think being about the men's rights advocacy rewards you the right to, you know, leave the movement? Bear in mind, men have a rough time dealing with crap. I'm sick and tired of this shit that you say, cause every time you speak, Chloe, every time you speak, now I'm just gonna perceive it as disrespect. I mean, why? Why are you spreading so much hatred, Chloe? All you do is lie about being about men's rights. I used to think that you were, you know, a good person. I used to think you had the best intentions. And yet you, Chloe, you lied. Oh, wah. Someday my kid's gonna hate me. Both of them. You know, both of your kids gonna end up hating you someday.
Stay down.
Both your kids gonna end up hating you once they find out how much of a hypocrite their mom is. And why would you obfuscate the reality of what men go through? Men go through getting raped, killed by incelly William, or better, or just insanely incelly women who you know, all there is women being a bunch of incels. Because that's what feminists were. A bunch of female incels.
Nice shooting. What you got? Fuck, are you alive? Mr. Sharpshooter.
I mean, I'm getting sick and tired of this. You need to act right, Chloe Roma, and stop being about that, oh, I hate men crap. You think I didn't see your newest video? Think I didn't see that shit on YouTube? That just goes to show that when women overstep their bounds about not crossing that line, I'm sick and tired of women being like, oh, why don't we just be a bunch of female incels? And, oh, taking care of our kids. You're just feeding the fuel of the fire. But then again, leave it to you, Chloe Roma, to defend us.
I could use some help over here. Stay covered. You are an idiot.
I mean,
Reloading.
one hideous mistake does not speak for a gender as a whole. That's something we don't know about anything about what it means to be a men's rights advocate. Is that men don't think alike. Incels don't speak for all men. Female incels always want to be, you know, oh, go about it, you know, go about, oh, well, why don't I just hate on a man? What part of that is acceptable? Tell me, Chloe Roma, what part of your recent video was acceptable? Alright? This behavior of yours is the exact reason why. Exact reason why. Being, you know,
keep your head down.
you know, keep in mind, Chloe,
Stay in cover, sugar.
keep
Oh my God.
keep that same energy when your kids is going through crap in their lives because mommy was a hypocrite back when we were babies and children, because she winds up
Come on then. Do it.
you know, be about being a hypocrite and, oh, I hate men, you know. You're gonna find out, Chloe, one day when your kids just stop talking to you in their 40s and 50s. You know, just your kids are gonna end up hating you. It's not my fault. It's not the entire male gender's fault. You know? I mean, granted that every man is different. You know, every man is different. You know, every man is different. One incel doesn't speak for the entire male gender, Chloe.
Stay in cover.
It seems useless to oh, I don't know, keep circling around the issues that men face. I mean, I'm sick and tired of us men getting a bad name. Be better, Chloe Roma. Be better.
Keep your head down.
You know, be better. I mean, I'm sick and tired of us men getting the bad names that we don't deserve.
Just reloading.
You think all men are like that, but in all actuality, we're not. You seem to think that we're a monolith, but we're not.
Hey, fucko, help me.
I mean, I'm sick and tired of how hypocritical you're being right now,
Keep your head down.
Chloe Roma.
No.
Why do you seem to think, oh, well, why don't we just be hypocritical? I mean, if you really realize how foolish it is and really become a better person, I mean, it sounds like you don't understand a thing about being a men's rights advocate. You're damaging and condemning your own credibility as a person doing this, Chloe. So better yet, how about you do your research on what it means to be a men's rights advocate before preaching men's rights to your audience. I mean, think about it. No man needs to be criticized. You know, criticized by the actions or the actions of one incel should not speak and should not be taken as you know, being, you know, based on like the whole entirety of the male gender being, you know, demonized. I mean, Nova doesn't see men that way, and she's with a independent rapper dude named Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald was all about, and is all about, you know, being a men's rights type of man. I mean, that's kind of what he does. You need to be more like Nova, the girlfriend of you know, Tom McDonald.
Just reloading.
It screams volumes about you, Chloe. Your true colors is about to show. And I'm about to unsubscribe and turn off the notification button and remove my contribution to your channel. You know, remove my contribution to your channel if you keep this up.
I'm reloading.
Cause it's blatant sexism. You know?
It's somebody help me. Screw you.
I mean, that's kind of like how things are going.
Are we having fun now?
So, in the future, Chloe, don't base any of the actions of one incel as speaking for the entire male gender. But I do believe you've crossed a line that you shouldn't have, making that video on TikTok and posting that shit on YouTube. Be better, Chloe. Be better.